Hello and welcome back to New Year, New Game. This is where I attempt to play 365 games from my Steam library that I have never played before. This is game 313, WWE 2K23. Now, I have said in the past I will never buy another WWE 2K game. I'm pretty sure I said that when I showcased AEW Fight Forever, and on a technicality, I still have not purchased WWE 2K23. I do own the game now, but that's because Humble Bundle Choice, which is a monthly subscription service in which I sign up to, has provided me with a game key. Yes, I did pay for Humble Choice, but Humble Choice is also a mystery bundle. I don't know what I'm going to get next month. Now, if I knew WWE 2K23 was in this month's bundle, would that have caused me to cancel Humble Bundle Choice? No, because then I would have missed out on 7 other games. Just because there's one game in there that I got that I don't like because I don't like the 2K gaming company and the way they make their games. Now, I could have just chose not to play this game. Chances are I'm not going to play this game. We're going to be doing something a little different for WWE 2K23. I do want to go through and I do want to check out WWE 2K23. I've already seen gameplay of this game. I want to see what other things they have. Like there's more options. There's playing where you can just go and start doing your exhibition matches, like one-on-ones, your normal King of Ring, um, Hell in a Cell, those types of things. You can go do that. That's perfectly awesome. Then you have showcase mode. Showcase mode they've had in previous WWE 2K games, where they essentially will take a wrestler, mainly one who has a large, like a veteran. I'll just say that. A veteran wrestler who's been wrestling for a long time. And then they kind of go through their rise from WWE from when they got there to where they are at now. This one's going to have John Cena in it. They've had other ones with Bryan Danielson, who was going just as wasn't Bryan Daniel when he was here. Daniel Bryan when he was in WWE. He's Bryan Danielson now in AEW. Undertaker they've done. The Rock, Stone Cold, Rey Mysterio I think was the last week. You're not last week. Last year's. Um, yeah. So that's essentially what they do. They take the legends, they go through their matches. Universe mode is usually what I play when I play WWE 2K games. That is where you're just going to go in, you're going to do new, universe. I'm pretty sure it doesn't change much of what it is. We're going to create new universe playstyles. We also have Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed, or Austin Creed, aka Xavier Woods, because I'm pretty sure Austin Creed is his actual name. uh, is your little tutorial guide through the universe, which makes sense. Austin Creed is big into video games. You can see the up, up, down, down shirt that he's wearing. He has his own YouTube channel where he plays games with wrestlers. And it was kind of sad because he had a group of 4, and like all of them stopped working for the WWE at one point. Adam Cole, Chugs, who was with him, is in AEW. Cesaro, who was in his group, AEW. Um, Drew Brees was gone for a while from WWE and then was back again. But Austin Creed has stayed, and he'll also have guest appearances from other wrestlers on there as well. Mainly the current wrestlers and mainly WWE wrestlers. I'm not sure if he's gotten the okay to be able to play with his friends again, which is sad because it's just some stupid money. That's all it is. It's stupid money. It's all because of money in the end. Stupid money. The universe play styles. Welcome to the universe where you can take part of a living WWE promotion. Before we get started, choose the mode that interests you the most. So this is something new to me, maybe. You have Superstar Mode, which is you follow and you take control of a superstar in the universe. That is normally how I play. I will either create a wrestler. Well, technically, never mind. No, go back. Uh, uh, rebooting. Anyways, I'll create a universe. I'll make like custom rosters for each shows. You make custom shows. Put the wrestlers into those shows, and then it just plays. So I'm not playing as like any one individual superstar. I can play as any of the superstars. However, a rule I use for myself is that I only play as one superstar. In this case, it looks like that's exactly what they're going to have you do. You just follow, you go through WWE probably as is, and you play as that one superstar. Or you can go through classic mode, which is how I play. Original sandbox mode with total freedom. I don't know if adding this in is much of a benefit, because you can do this in this. If you wanted to be one superstar, you can go into the sandbox world and choose to play one superstar. So making a mode that's like, hey, we added some addition to WWE Universe excitement. It's something that you could have already done without having to choose a mode for it. Now it's like, haven't you always wanted to play a sandbox mode where you have restrictions? No. No, nobody wanted that. So it just seems like a useless addition to me. Let's go back. My GM. I think they have these in other 2K games as well, because 2K does sports games. Hey, here we go.
Hello, and welcome to my GM. I am WWE superstar Xavier Woods, but you might also know me as Austin Creed, creator of Up, Up, Down, Down, and the greatest GM of all time.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And Breezy.
No, why?
Greatest GM of all time?
Why are you here?
You've never beaten me, which makes me the greatest GM of all time.
Get out of my face. Look, everyone, it's Prince Petty.
I think you mean Prince Pretty, aka King of Cuteville, aka definition of delish, aka longest reigning up, up, down, down, slash left, right champion of all time, aka Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze, not Drew
I'm not gonna
Brees.
be
Drew Brees is a
disrespected by
football
the GM
player.
of The B Show.
Oh, you mean B for better? Yeah, that's me. Because I know how to truly manage a roster and put my superstars in the best position to keep them, the fans, and the commish happy.
Yeah, if you don't run out of money first. Meanwhile, I watch as my fans multiply and the dollars roll in thanks to my careful planning, creating masterpiece matchups with every show I touch.
Masterpiece? That's a hilarious way of saying stale. I handle any shakeups that might come along while also having the poise and grace to make the hard decisions.
I don't think so. You're gonna be sitting up in the cheap seats while I manage my way right to the Hall of Fame.
The only way you're getting on that Hall of Fame stage before I do is if you're inducting me. Well, it looks like there's only one way to settle this.
Only one. Simulate.
Well, all right. That was adorable. Becoming a GM. Welcome to my GM. Your first big choice will be deciding which GM you'll be to take your brand to the next level. Each GM has their own unique power card that only they can use. Power cards are useful tools that you can use to gain advantages in your season. Choose wisely because you won't be able to change your mind later. I don't think I've ever played a GM mode before in any sports game, in any 2K game. I don't even remember if there was a GM mode in previous 2K games. The last 2K game I played was 2K20, and I was so disappointed at it that I swore off playing another 2K WWE game. And here we are, playing another WWE 2K game. Let's see. So we get to choose our GM. We have Adam Pearce, which gives Instigator increase the levels of all activity or rivalries by 1. We get Sonya Deville. Power-up cards in the store are free this week. We get Stephanie McMahon, the McMahon presence. Earn twice as much money from arena attendance this week. Xavier Woods, cheat code, select a superstar from an opposing brand's roster. They will permanently join your roster next week. The selected superstar may not be a title holder, not usable in week 1. Tyler Breeze, quick recovery. All your superstars immediately recover 20 stamina. Kurt Angle, hey, Heart of Gold. All charity promos are free to book and have their results doubled this week. Eric Bischoff. Oh, it's like WCW old school Eric Bischoff, too. That's not old Silver Fox gray hair Eric Bischoff. Backstage booking costs for all show logistics are free this week. Mick Foley. Cactus Jacked. Select an opposing brand. 2 superstars who participate in their show next week will be injured. Nice. It's selected at random. And then you can do a custom superstar. That's cool. As a GM. Legend Whispers. The first legend you sign this week will be free. That's cool. Alright, I dig this. As for who we pick, let's just pick Mick Foley. Choosing your brand. Just like your GM choice, the brand you select will also have unique power cards specific to that brand. Create a combination that will take your brand to the top. SmackDown, Raw. Let's see. SmackDown, Birth of Legends. 6 random superstars on your roster will have their popularity increased by 6. Raw, this is war. Select an opposing brand to have 3 randomly selected superstars that cannot be booked in matches next week, cannot be used the week before a plea. NXT Fighting Champion. Title matches booked for this week will receive a large match rating boost. NXT 2.0. Fresh meat. Reduce the price of the next 3 free agents you purchase this week by 50%. WCW. I'm glad they put that in there. See, WWE/F bought WCW, which was like their own only competitor that they had for TV wrestling that was kind of getting to where they were at and had a lot of their old superstars there. And they just bought out the company and merged the two and like got rid of wrestlers and kept the good ones. It was a whole thing. It was a great thing. I enjoyed that time. Classically trained, extend the duration of all your current legend contracts by 5 weeks. And then SmackDown again. I think I'm gonna go SmackDown. The opposition! Now select your rival GMs and brand. Choose 1 to 3 other human or CPU opponents who will be competing against. So I'm going to choose CPU ones, and we are going to put Eric Bischoff in WCW on here. We are going to put CPU Stephanie McMahon on Raw, and we are going to do CPU Xavier Woods on NXT. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Would you like to confirm these brands and GMs for this session of my GM? Yes. Alright, so the AI difficulty will be normal, game difficulty will be normal, our opening budget will be that. Player order, straight order, change whether or not the turn order remains the same every show. For human players, straight order, or the player turn order, reverse every show, snake order. I don't know what that means. Shake-ups, turn shake-up on and off after some premium live events, PLE. Shows you'll be asked to choose a shake-up. Shake-ups modify your session in new and exciting ways. Let's keep that. The draft pool by default determines which superstars are available for drafting. Use custom to create your own draft pool with both real and created superstars. Having created would be great. We don't have any right now. Auto draft off. The method of drafting superstars either done manually by the players or done automatically. We're going to turn that off. Let's go. See what happens next. Never played this mode, so we're checking it out, seeing how it goes. Season 1.
Social media has been buzzing because it's time for the WWE Draft.
I also want to mention, too, I turned music off, which is why you're not hearing music. It's not that the game doesn't come with music. The music inside of the 2K games are usually great songs. Copyright is a thing on YouTube, and it's a thing I try to avoid. I don't always avoid it, but if given the opportunity to avoid it, I'll avoid it. They have entrance musics, too, which is great. I love entrance music. Each GM will start with a budget of $2,750,000. GMs will take turns drafting one after the other. There will be 9 rounds of drafting. After the 9th round, drafting becomes optional. GMs can opt out or draft until they are out of cash. GMs can press R3 to get recommendations on who to draft. You can also press square to get more information about a superstar.
Awaiting SmackDown's top choice.
Building your roster. When thinking about your choices, consider the role and class of your superstar. A superstar can play the role of a good guy or a bad guy. And to get the best matchups, you should pair them against each other. Very true. Speaking of matchups, you'll also want to pair different classes with each other to get the best ratings. Giants versus cruisers, bruisers versus fighters, specialists versus anyone. Building your roster, you'll find the goods and bads when you mix and match different classes, so make sure to take notes. Building your roster, a superstar's star power will determine how well they draw crowds and viewers. Even if you book a bad match, fans will still come pouring in if the superstar has enough star power. Throughout a season, you can raise your superstar's popularity by doing promos or using power cards. The higher their popularity, the better their matches will be rated, and the higher their star power will be. But don't overdo it. Superstars get tired too. Keep a close eye on their stamina. The lower it goes, the higher chance of injury. Not booking them on shows will help them recover their stamina. Not very popular, are you, Cody? 59, huh? So I think we should definitely. The recommendations here are Becky Lynch, Asuka, Bianca Belair, and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar may be a good pick to get on SmackDown. I think I might do that. He's a good guy, surprisingly, in this one. Usually he's a bad guy. He's also a bruiser. So
SmackDown picks Brock Lesnar.
Right.
The beast incarnate set to eat, sleep, conquer, repeat on a new brand.
You want a tough guy like this to start your brand with.
It's nice. I like that. All your drafted superstars will appear over here. Make sure to keep an eye on the different types of superstars you draft. An ideal roster will have a good mix of males and females, good guys and bad guys, and varied classes. Check the bottom to see your totals. Building your roster, feeling a little lost, not sure who to choose. Don't worry, at any point you can press R3 to quickly go to superstars that we think would be a good fit for your roster.
Let's see who WCW picks first.
Oh, they're going to go Cody
Who will
Rhodes.
take with their first pick?
And Drew
Who will be the
McIntyre on
first pick of the
Raw.
black and gold brand?
Becky Lynch for
SmackDown's GM
NXT.
prepares the second pick.
All right. I think we should get a female this time around, and I'm thinking maybe Asuka or just got Alexa Bliss. Bad. Bianca's good. I think maybe we should do like a good female. A lot of bad ones. What's this? Class synergies. Oh, okay. Pair fighters with bruisers for 8 bonuses. Maybe we should find the rival then for Brock. Get the bad guy, like this. Finn Balor and Brock Lesnar. Fighter and bruiser. That sounds great.
SmackDown selects Finn Balor. Balor about to pass judgment on a new night.
He's a 5-star pick, without question.
MVP.
And who's the second pick for NXT?
Edge, who's no longer with
SmackDown's GM
WWE.
deliberating pick number 3.
All right. Now I do think we need to go on with our females. Asuka, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Dolph Ziggler. I am going to go with... Well, we have a bruiser already. And we have a fighter already. So maybe we get Alexa Bliss. Bianca Belair, they also recommend, but she's also a bruiser. I'm thinking we're going to go Bliss. Popularity's not super high. 59. Is there anyone? 58. 57. It's just going to go lower from here, isn't it? Bailey's also at a 58. Alright, I guess we'll go here to the top. Whoops. And we'll get Bliss.
SmackDown chooses Alexa Bliss. SmackDown getting twisted with Alexa Bliss.
Bolstering the roster with a woman who gets things done.
Great anticipation for SmackDown's 4th pick.
Alright, so we need a good diva. Let's see. I don't think we have Alba Fire. I don't know who that is. I want to find someone who's good synergy with Alexa Bliss. Dewdrop. Giant. Is good synergy with Bliss. So I do think
SmackDown
should be a good
selects
pick.
Dewdrop. The powerhouse Dewdrop has the new home.
All right, she is ready for this chance.
Let's see who goes 4th to NXT. SmackDown about to make their 5th selection.
Alright, so let's go back to male wrestlers and get some different classes. Go Johnny Gargano and get a specialist going. Let's see. There's Shinsuke Nakamura, but we have a fighter already. So if, say, I wanted to... do that. So I get all the specialists. The Miz, Matt Riddle, Montez Ford, Drew Gulak, Ludwig, Cameron Grimes, Zoe Stark. These are like more of the NXT people down here. Gigi Dolan. Guess we'll go Johnny Gargano.
SmackDown picks Johnny Gargano. Looks like Gargano is heading for a new night.
The GM sees him as a future champion.
And NXT preparing their 5th round selection here. The next member of SmackDown is about to be picked.
Alright, we want a Giant to go against Johnny Gargano. Oh no, he is a specialist, so I think he's good against anyone, right? He's also good, so let's find a villain. Anyone good to go against? She would be good against Dewdrop. Also a cruiser like Bliss, though. Tamina's also a giant like Dewdrop. Oh, Shotzi's a villain. I like Shotzi. Yeah, we already have a bruiser. Gargano, I think, is good all around. So let's find ourselves a villain with whom we don't have a class yet in the male range. Which would be Cruiser. We got a Cruiser here. Angel is Cruiser. Cedric Alexander, Cruiser. I think I'm probably going to go with Cedric Alexander.
SmackDown chooses Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander looking to leave his mark on a new night.
He's got tremendous upside, and this brand will realize it.
SmackDown moving on in the draft.
And let's go back to females. I'm going to go ahead and get We don't have a bruiser female.
SmackDown chooses Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, what a choice for the blue brand.
I think she could finally make a main event leap here.
Logan Paul, he's in the
NXT
game.
is
Oh
wide open
god.
here with their next selection. SmackDown about to make another big pick.
We need a good to go up against Rhea Ripley. Would be Alba Fire. Hey, our truth's on here. That's cool.
SmackDown picks Alba Fire. Things are heating up as this GM chooses Alba Fire.
Yeah, I haven't
likes
been
a
keeping
good
up with
fight, and we'll
WWE
get
to
it
know
on this
who a
show.
lot of these people
Who'll
are.
join the black and gold brand next.
I know some
SmackDown
are
contemplates
out.
their next pick.
Like Matt Riddle doesn't wrestle with WWE anymore. They got bought by UFC, and I think he's got some heat down at UFC, so he's no longer there. Randy Orton, I think, is out with an injury, or he may have came back. R-Truth, I'm not 100% sure. I know Damian Priest is there. He's good in this one. This must be before he joined that faction, then. Nikita Lyons is an NXT person who I've heard of. I don't know who that is. Ivar the Viking, I remember that one. Wesley, Liv Morgan. Who are we looking for? We got the hero to fight Rhea Ripley. The good and bad for Gargano, or maybe I should find a good for Cedric Alexander. Let's find a good for Cedric Alexander. Who's good against him? Giants? Let's go Giants. Ivar is a tag team person. It doesn't look like we have very many hero. I guess it's going to wind up being Ivar and Cedric Alexander going against each other.
SmackDown selects Ivar. The GM has selected Ivar. What a pick.
Maybe we should just go and look and find his...
Big potential.
Well, then I would need a tag team. I didn't even think about doing that.
SmackDown pondering its next pick.
Great picks out there. You've now entered the optional rounds. You now have the option to stop drafting and complete your draft if you want to save some money. Money will be used to book special match types, book better show logistics, buy power cards, hire free agents, and more. So it's your call. You can continue drafting until you're out of money or back out and save. Can't go wrong. I think we should back out and save. Let's end draft. Yep.
And here's the GM's final roster.
Not a bad roster.
Who's the next pick for Team WCW?
They're going to keep
We're
going.
all weighing their options here.
Can I just, quit? Oh, it just backed all the way out. Okay, who cares? That's fine. We were just kind of viewing that, seeing how that goes, and I'm sure that takes up a lot more time to really dive deep into it. But we have come up to our 30-minute mark, but I was doing some stuff in the beginning, so we'll probably do that. My faction, my rise, I want to say, was something that was in previous WWE 2K games.
Everyone's rise through WWE is different. But it all
Yeah, because you
starts
play as an
with
agent, you live a year in a life. Okay, no, I've seen that. We're gonna skip the video though. Between the Lock and the Legacy, My Rise stories have 10 save slots available. Both the Lock and the Legacy have pivotal choices that can send you down distinct pathways. Try playing each story multiple times to experience different outcomes. Importing characters. This year you can import characters created in Create a Superstar into My Rise. To import a character, move over an empty save slot, push R1 to select KAS characters to import. Please note that the characters OVR will not be imported. So say I want to do this. Legacies. Making your WWE debut has some extra challenges when your aunt is a beloved WWE legend and Hall of Famer. Will you leverage your family's legacy to rise to the top or look to chart your own path in WWE? This is kind of like where you have your own unique character. I don't think you use one of the WWE characters. The Lock. Expansions Expectations are high when you debut as the next big thing and a future world champion, but are you a lock to live up to all the hype, or will you fall short in the high stakes world of WWE? If I hit play on this, it's gonna go into like a whole story mode thing, so we're gonna just back out. But I like that they have two different like options that you can go through, and I'm sure there's multiple paths because with 10 save slots, why not? My faction. Let's take a look at this. This is like a card game. My F. Alien content. Please don't turn off your computer. All right. Build your faction. Choose from hundreds of unlockable cosmetics, including faction logos, wallpapers, and nameplates. Collect superstars. Earn new cards through purchasing new card packs in the store, earning tokens, and participating in various game modes. Upgrade your way to greatness. Progress your dream faction by completing challenges, earning rewards from challenges and live events, and getting new superstars in the token market. Start with my faction. Choosing a starter pack. The first step towards creating your faction is to choose a starter pack. Each pack contains everything you will need to create your first faction, including superstar cards, a manager card, and some cosmetic cards, which can be used to customize your faction. Fancy. Do we want the Raw, the SmackDown, the NXT? Since we did the SmackDown, let's do the SmackDown. We get Drew McIntyre, Liv Morgan, Paul Heyman as a manager, SmackDown cosmetics, side plates, and contracts. Let's... We already know what they are. Reveal all. Boom, Drew McIntyre, starter pack, SmackDown. And then, of course, looks like we did get some randoms in here. We get Ricochet, we get Jimmy and Jay Uso, we get Drew Gulak. Thought there was going to be a Liv Morgan. Continue. Oh, here we go. We'll just do reveal all. Here is our Divas. Liv Morgan's starter pack, SmackDown. I wonder if they still call them Divas. They're just called the female superstars now. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, who I'm not familiar with her. Lacey Evans, I am familiar with her. Shotzi, I am. And Xylee, not quite. Next. GMs and cosmetics. Paul Heyman, manager. We get a SmackDown logo, a SmackDown cosmetic nameplate, a SmackDown wallpaper, risk taker side plate, whatever that means. And the last bit, a closer side plate that looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Contracts. I had contracts for. They got no. All right. Name our faction. TBA. Sounds like a great faction name, right? Every faction needs a lineup of superstars to take into battle. To set your lineup, choose a slot and select a superstar card to assign it to that slot. Lineup divisions, you need to have one superstar card assigned to each slot for both the men and women's divisions to continue. Yeah, so it's just men division, women divisions. Let's see. It looks like we're going to put Drew there. Let's get a tag team, should we? Should we get Jimmy and Jay Uso up there? And then, Ricochet? Yeah, let's do that. Old Drew Gulak can stay in the back there. And then women's division, we are going to, of course, go Liv Morgan with Rochelle Rodriguez, Shotzi, and Lacey Evans. We need managers too, don't we? They only have one side plate things. They all seem to have kind of like the same. She's got 13 contracts. They also have 13 contracts. 11. I don't know what any of this means. They have badges. Guess we just find out as we go, right? Let's continue. Give your faction its own identity by setting a faction logo, a faction nameplate, and a faction wallpaper. with the one that they gave us. Hooray! Assign a manager. Manager can boost the attributes of superstar cards in your faction. Each manager has a unique style that varies which tributes are influenced. Ruthless managers will do anything to win and typically work best with powerhouses and strikers. Drew McIntyre's a powerhouse, so hey, works out. And then striker Jimmy and Jey Uso, striker Liv Morgan, so that's good. Excellent powerhouses is going to help out Raquel Rodriguez really good. Not good for Ricochet, though. Bad match with Ricochet. That's alright. Each day you log in, you're eligible to earn rewards like cards, contracts, tokens, or my faction points. Okay. Daily login bonus. Side plates. You're almost ready to rock. Visit my Faction Live Hub for news, live events, and challenges. Participate in limited time live events. Collect the right combination of superstars to meet special event requirements and earn unique rewards. Locker codes. Find locker codes in certain WWE 23 modes or other sources outside of the game and redeem them here to unlock rewards in my faction. Check your progress on daily and lifetime challenges. Did I just see Hurricane Helms? Continue. Daily challenges. Welcome to the daily challenges each day. A new set of challenges are available for you to complete and my faction rewards. This feels like a phone app, like in a game. This is a phone app thing. Intro challenges are a good way to explore my factions and start earning rewards to help build your dream faction. Wait a second, this was a phone app thing. I remember playing a card game on my phone that was WWE, and I got upset at it because once the superstar was no longer with WWE, I didn't get that card anymore. It was gone. So I was like, what the hell? They're going to keep rotating their rosters. I'm out. Let's complete your first intro challenge by heading to the Lifetime Challenge Hub. Here you'll have lifetime challenges, rewards for activate complete across your entire lifetime. Play my faction, WWE 2K23 or 2023, not 13. It's not 13 anymore. Okay, we got the intro. Hooray, we got points. Have fun exploring the rest of the modes and remember to check your daily challenges every day. Alright. Collector, was that Big Papa Pump? Go back here. That is Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, Omos, Braun Breaker, Brock Lesnar, Bliss, Lily. Really, I put Bliss's doll in here? Is she a manager? Should have been a manager. Who else do they have in here? Bret Hart. Oh, they got Umaga, Beth Phoenix, Bruno Simone. Simone. It's a legend, though. Yeah, the Hurricane. That's cool. I wonder if they have Molly Holly and Nikki Cross Ash, almost superhero. That would be a great faction to have all these heroes just in there doing their things. But yeah, that's that. I'm not gonna get. Oh god, I went over it. He's talking again. Weekly Tower is a brand new 5-match tower is added every week. Complete each tower to earn rewards. Fight your way through several eras of the WWE Universe to unlock exclusive superstars and earn lots of tokens. Faction Wars. Take your entire faction to battle via 4v4 warfare against a huge roster of AI opponents with every win choice. A briefcase to open that may contain a high rarity limited time reward. Quick play. Compete against other players in real time by playing quick play. Hooray. My faction points. As you play, you can earn my faction points by completing general actions like winning matches, performing finishers, or completing specific superstar style actions. Remember, in multiple superstar matches, the more superstars you use during the match, the more faction points you'll earn. I'm kind of curious how the gameplay. Why did I go further in? I should have backed out. My faction management. Edit or create your factions here. Be sure to experiment with new lineup configurations to maximize your faction's potential. Don't forget to equip side plate boost for extra attribute points. View all of your cards in my faction. Collect specific sets of cards to earn your extra rewards. View all your evolution cards and evolution challenge progress here. collector's level, collect my collect cards to level up your collector's level and earn unique rewards. Jeez, I'm not going to store. That's it. We're done. That's back. Go back. Go back to the main menu. But that's the home. One thing they have really good too, though, I will say for 2K games, character creation's really good. It kind of always has been with the WWE games, but it wasn't always 2K that was doing it. But ever since they had create a wrestler in there, I was constantly creating wrestlers, and then it just got to the point where I was doing the My Universe, which is the only thing that I usually play in 2K, and doing like WCW, so I'd get created wrestlers that people would make. I actually just want to we're going to take a quick peek. Where's the online stuff that people, is it under online? Lobbies, matches, leaderboard, community creations, because community creations usually does an amazing job making stuff. So we're gonna go to the superstars. We'll just see like what the top superstars is. The one thing they started doing though was like limiting the amount of daily downloads you could do, and it was like 20, which is ridiculous. And they gave you kind of a cap on how many things you could download too. Also, which I thought is silly because I'm doing this on a PC. If I have the space and the memory to download these things, let me download as many as I flap and want, but it doesn't seem to work that way. Download content created by the WWE 2K23 community and use it in multiple locations. Press triangle to custom search or search for single or multiple categories for content. Use specific create and to input names creatures you want to find and apply hashtags to make your search filters more specific to the content you want to see. But I would do things all the time where it'd be like Attitude Era WWE or ECW or even AEW before Fight Forever came out. And unfortunately, Fight Forever's character creation, I don't know if it's gotten better since the last time we played it, but it wasn't that great, and I don't think they improved anything. So yeah, maybe people are still using this to play AEW characters. Content uses downloadable content for an unlockable item, or you already have it stored locally. One thing that did come with the uh, Humble Choice also was the ability to get 50% off of what do you call it? The season pass that they had. These are most recent, but I want to go to the most downloaded. The ones that people are constantly downloading. Those are always like the gems that you find in here that you can just play as. Like I remember going in here seeing Shrek, seeing Donald Trump, seeing look at this, they got Gengar in here, there's Black Panthers, MJF, which is awesome. He's an AEW character. Jeff Hardy, which I'm glad they put in here, was a WWE character. Now both him and his brother Matt here are at AEW. John Moxley is now at AEW. He wrestled for WWE 2. Sting at AEW. He's a legend. WCW legend, WWF legend. Pac, same thing. I like that a lot of the most downloaded characters are like AEW here. Like we just go here as AEW, 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 AEW. She got fired for having an OnlyFans account. The Demon Finn Balor, he's Finn Balor still wrestles. Black Panther, Gengar, which is great. Can I see? Like if I select it, will it give me a little preview so I can see how they made Gengar? That's how they made Gengar. Dear God, that is so weird. Look at Gengar. That's funny. It was like in a mascot uniform, and they got this weird silver gold head thing. But yeah, that's essentially what I would do. I'd go, I'm gonna do a My Universe mode. I'm gonna do AEW, and I'm gonna go in and I'm going to download most of the AEW characters. Hell, there could even be some in the WWE roster right now that are currently in AEW that you can just add there as well. And you don't have to fix or choose or have them take up a spot in the WWE. See, Malachi Black, WWE, or not WWE, well, was WWE, AEW now. CM Punk, Big Show is in AEW, Brian Downs in AEW, Mark Henry AEW, but these guys were all WWE also at one point. Buddy Matthews, same thing. Asuka 23, now that she's doing her whole Joker thing. Alta Tire for Cora Jade. Cora Jade looks a lot like an AEW wrestler. And I can't remember that AEW wrestler's name. Blue something, Samoa Joe, AEW, Dr. Britt Breaker, AEW. But you get the gist. A lot of these, I mean, you have Batman in here too. Kane, Retro Kane. I'm surprised they don't have Retro Kane in here. Kane still is on the WWE roster, I think. Guy's a governor now. Actually, I don't know if he's still a governor or not. He may have stopped doing that. But that's it. That's all we're going to look at for WWE 2K23. I kind of just wanted to explore and see what options that they had on here. Will I come back and play WWE 2K23? Looking at the reviews they had, apparently it's more positive than bad. They do seem to have an issue with data getting corrupted. So like save data will get corrupted. You'll be playing a My Rise or a WWE Universe or something, or maybe even a My GM, and then your data is not there anymore. That would suck, and I would hate to have to start over doing things like that. Maybe I'll come back and do a universe. I don't know. I don't think I really will. There are so many games out there, and 2K just left a bad taste in my mouth when it comes to WWE games. With AEW having Fight Forever now, I don't feel a need to come back and have to play this. There's also some indie wrestling games that are out there too that aren't like graphically beautiful as this and have the named known superstars, but that's okay if the game's good. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll come back and fool around with it. Maybe I won't, but I don't want to make any promises on anything. Anyways, that is going to do it for me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next game. Goodbye.